All right, Jeremy, we had Jordan Thompson in here, and he described your personality as goofy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Uh, I don't know if he's the one to talk about a goofy personality, knowing him. I mean, we've been pretty good friends since I think my freshman year of high school, and I think he's definitely the more goofier one out of us.
Did he have any role in your deciding to come here instead of UC?
No, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but I mean, overall, I think he was happy wherever I decided. But when I decided I wanted to switch, he was the first person I let know and kind of talked to him about the decision. So, yeah.
And he also said you're probably going to try and tell us a story about the time you ran over him,
Which is true.
but it never really happened, but that he beat you in a foot race.
Right, so if he beat me in a foot race, I definitely ran him over. I'm pretty sure if I still had my huddle account, I'd pull it up for you and show him.
You talked last year about those games you played in the driveway with your older brother.
Mm.
How did that experience and getting beat up there help? How does that apply now to your approach to
It definitely helps with kind of just knowing when to fight and always fight to the last second. I mean, when you're an older brother, you never let your little brother win, so they're constantly on you, and I think that just kind of instilled in me figure out a way to kind of fight throughout the entire game and just win and kind of figure out a way to get a victory versus an older brother who's always trying to keep you down.
Just for both of you, there's been some next level talk about Montre. During media day, Coach Fitz even compared him a lot to Sheriff McManus, who's gone on to have a great, or a pretty good NFL career. So, I want to get both your guys' thoughts on what makes him stand out and what his abilities are.
Yeah, Montre has a dog-like mentality. He goes out there and he just wants to play as hard as he can at all times. So when he's out there, he tries to make every single play, which is what I love to see out of him and what he loves to do himself. He enjoys just going out there and being the best that he can, which makes him stand out more than a lot of people. So.
Yeah, like Cam said, he has that dog mentality that, he's always working on and off the field to get better. And I think, coming out of high school, he wasn't very highly recruited. And to be able to get to where he is now was a lot of hard work he's had to do.
For both of you guys, are you happy you get another shot at Duke, given what transpired last year?
I mean, yeah, it's always good to go out there and try to get revenge. But like we said, that's kind of in the past, and we want to learn from those mistakes and move forward this week.
Yeah, just love getting out there to play. So it doesn't matter who we play. We want to go out there and be the best that we can be, and happy that we get to play them again and go out there and do our thing.
Cam, do you call Jeremy Pigeon? Is that like a lot of people use that nickname, or is that just among running backs?
I don't call him Pidgey individually. We got our own little sweet and sour thing going on, but it's going out throughout the whole team. So.
What's the sweet and sour thing?
We had a small group that we worked out with, and we just call ourselves we were sweet, and it just kept going to sweet, sour, and a whole bunch of other things. So yeah.
You guys are in the same group?
Yeah. During the off season.
Are you pigeon-toed?
Yeah, I am 100%. I mean, I think it's gotten worse over the years because of the way I'll stand sometimes with my feet crossed. It kind of, I think, has bent my feet in more and more. But honestly, I think it helps me a little bit with running and making cuts.
Yeah.
How so?
I just think it gives me a little advantage to go side to side more laterally. Yeah.
Do you know of any NFL running backs who? Have you heard of any really good players who have this?
That are really pigeon-toed? Not off the top of my head. The only guy I really can think of that's an athlete is Dominique Wilkins, but he's a basketball player.
Just pigeon-toed.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I've seen it before. I mean, I watched one of the dunk contests from way back in the day. And in basketball, when I was a kid, my dad told me I should wear number 21 because he was pigeon-toed like me. Yeah.
Hilarious. So this has been since you were really young?
Yeah. I've always been pigeon-toed, yeah.
Cam, I know in a lot of pass situations you're going out for passes, and Jeremy, you don't always help with the pass blocking. But last year against Duke, this is a team that got pressure consistently on Clayton, 4 sacks total, and of course no sacks allowed for you guys last week against Purdue. How do you keep that going kind of into this new week against a team that's going to try to come after your quarterback?
Just watching film, getting ready to go. A lot of us are just going to talk about how we're going to get ready for the game and practice pass set and doing a whole bunch of things just to get right and get ready for them because they bring a lot of pressure. So just continue watching film and getting ready for him.
Jeremy, when you're in the middle of a play and you're on a run and you have a nasty stiff arm like you did, do you know instantly what you just did? Like, does it feel like you just did something special? Does it feel like any other play?
It kind of just feels like every other play. I mean, it's hard to kind of go back into that mindset because when you're kind of playing and going through those type of, it's just instincts. You're not really thinking too much about it, and like you said, I don't really know. I know, but it's kind of not really worried about it. I'm moving on to the next play.
So when you see yourself on film, have you ever gone, how the hell did I do that?
Definitely. I mean, there's been times where I go like that, or just in times where I'm on film saying I should be doing this or I need to do that. So, I mean, kind of when you're going through film, that's kind of why you watch it. You want to be able to learn and somehow kind of put that back into your game so when that opportunity comes again, you can repeat it or do something different.
But it's instinctive, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's kind of where the instincts, the more you practice it and kind of think of it, then it becomes like more instinctive for that.
Cam, when you came here, you never envisioned yourself as a tight end, or
Yeah.
and it took you a while to get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Could you talk about that epiphany going from being
well, coming in as a receiver, you just want to be on the outside and make pretty boy plays. That's what I used to call myself in high school, a pretty boy. And then gaining some weight coming in here with the strength staff and the nutritionist getting me bigger and everything. You kind of just have to turn over your mindset, and that's mostly credited to my other teammates, my superbacks, that got my mindset right to go in there and be in the trenches with the big boys, because that's completely different than being a pretty boy. So just dealing with that every day, trying to be as strong as them, as fast as them, and as athletic as them, kind of pushed me to be, where I am now, and trying to be a better superback itself. So,
can you pinpoint when you became comfortable with being a trenchman instead of a pretty boy?
I'm still not comfortable with it, to be honest. I'd love to be on the outside. I mean, I'm more than happy to be on the inside too. But I claim myself as a wide receiver to anybody who will ask me, and I'm still happy to be a superback. So yeah, there wasn't really an exact point because I still haven't turned over.
You're still a pretty boy.
Still a pretty boy.
Did you and your dad ever talk about this? Did he have any advice?
He's never really stepped in to say anything about it. He just lets me go out and play and do my own thing, which is, I think it's better in my eyes because that means he doesn't really control how I play or the things that I do. He just lets me go out there and be myself. But, I mean, he's enjoyed watching the transition as well. Every time I see him, he just says, wow, you're big, because I've outgrown him like no other now. So he hasn't really said anything about technique. I mean, he was a running back, so he can't tell me too much about a three-point stance. Yeah. No, he just guided me through it. I mean, he was encouraging about everything, and that's kind of how he has been throughout my whole career. So he just says, whatever you are, do your best at it and have fun with it.